Hey everyone, Galen here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a map in Unworld's HP1 Editor. And um, one thing that you're going to need, obviously, is Unworld's Editor. I'm going to put a link to that in the video description. So this is what the HP1 Editor looks like. So you have your viewpoint right here, and if you hold the left mouse button down, you can move the camera around left and right, and if you hold the right mouse button down, you can actually move it up and down. And you have a top view, a front view, and you have a side view. And over here you have a taskbar that has different options. You have your textures, your groups, list of all the actor classes, your sounds, music, and your meshes, along with their animations. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to put a basic map together. I'm going to show you guys how to make a room, just a small room, that kind of gets you guys started. So if you go to the left side here, you're going to have a bunch of different options. You're going to want to click on the cube option, since that's the shape you're going to want to make, and drag the camera over here. And as you can see, you now have a red outline of a cube. So now we're ready to make the shape, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on subtract. And the next thing you're going to want to do is you can actually now, let's see, if you click on hold, let's see, you can drag this over more. As you can see now, that cube has become a brush. So if you click left click and you hold control down, you can actually move it. I'm actually going to undo that though. So now that our shape has been made, what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to add textures to it. And you can pick any texture you want. You're going to have a drop down menu of all the textures in every texture package. So if you want to add textures to this list already, you can just click file and then open, and then go to where you have your game installed. So I'm going to go to where my installation is. I'm going to highlight everything in here in the texture folder and click open, and it's going to import everything I highlighted into the editor. So as you can see, it imported all of those texture packages. So I think what I'll do is I'll go to HP first, and then in each of these packages you have sub-menus, little sub-areas here you can click on. And so I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to wall. No, I don't want that. HP basic. So what we'll do is you left click on the texture, and you can click on any section of the cube that you want. So once it's highlighted, just click the texture you want to use and it'll apply that texture. So in this case, I'm going to use the HW stone texture. And usually I what I normally do is I like to right click and then click apply texture. So you can do that as well. You have a lot of different options you can choose from. So a quicker way to do it too is just to select what you want. Right click on the area you want to apply that texture to, and then click apply texture. So I want to go to ceiling. So we'll move the camera and then we'll click there, and then we will do this one. So we finished our ceiling. So now we'll go to the floor. And I think we'll do this one. So now that we've applied our textures, it is now time to add Harry. So you're going to want to go over here to the Actor Classes tab, and Harry is located in the Harry Potter .u package, and it is automatically imported by default, but you can import .u packages that you create by clicking on the folder here that says Open Package, and this allows you to pick any .u package you want. And you could also save a selected package as well. But we're going to go to, let me see, we're going to go to Pawn. We're going to go to Player Pawn, UW Player Pawn, Base Harry, and here's Harry. And you have a couple of different options here. You've got the Broom Harry, Harry from the demo, E3 Harry, Airy. Okay, that was funny. Apparently Siri thought that I was talking to her. So you've got Harry LF02, which I'm not really sure what that is. Invisible Harry, SK Harry, which is obviously the Harry that's in the game, and then Small Harry, which is used during. I think the developers used that particular model during testing when they were developing the game. So we're just going to click here, and we're going to right click, add Harry Potter.Harry here, and as you can see, Harry is now added to the map. But one other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add let's see, I think it's navigation point. Yeah. So you're going to want to add player start. And it's very important because you're not going to be able to load the map properly without player start added. So if you go to navigation point and go to player start and click on that, left click on it, and then right click on Harry, and then click on add engine.player start, and that adds player start in conjunction with Harry, because then with Harry and player start both being in the map in the same spot, what's going to happen is that when you load the map, it'll load the map in the position Harry is in, and Harry will be in that spot. So without player start, it's not going to know like where to start the player in the map or where to essentially spawn the player. So it's very important to have player start, and you're going to want Harry's camera. So if you go to, not particle effects, you're going to want to go to pawn, UW pawn, and you're going to want to go to base cam and then pot cam. And then you're going to want to left click on pot cam and then right click on Harry, and then click add Harry Potter.potcam. Now you can't really see it, but it's there. It's this little thing right here. This little chest piece. That's the potcam. If you don't add this to the map, what's going to happen is when you load the map, it's going to load the map from a third-person point of view. So when you add potcam to your map, it's going to load the map in third person. So you'll see it from Harry's point of view. So you're going to want to make sure that, or from behind Harry. You're going to see it from behind Harry, rather. So you're going to want to make sure you have PodCam added. And now what we can actually do, we can actually go ahead and build the map. Click Build All. Now obviously you can't see anything right now because there's no lighting added. You're going to want to right click and then click Add Light. So you're going to want to add lighting. And this adds like this little torch right here, so that's lighting. And you can also adjust this too by right clicking and clicking on Properties. And then going to the light color tab, and then it gives you the option of light brightness, light hue, and light saturation. And you can change this to anything you want. Which I really like, because then especially when you're doing like a full map and you've got a bunch of different rooms, it's really cool to be able to adjust your lighting settings to give off ambient glow. You can kind of give it that ambient feel when you're making your map, when you're editing your lighting settings. That's really, really cool. So what you can do is you're going to want to add that again. I don't really think this map is bright enough, so you can right click and click duplicate, and then it'll duplicate the actor you added. And that should be pretty bright now. So if we hold down the control key and then we right click, we can move it around front and back, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it left and right. So we'll just left click. Then we'll move it there. And then we click Build All again. And as you can see, now the map has some lighting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to save it. And we're actually going to save it to the map folder. We're going to call it, we're just going to call it test. And then, so now the map is saved. We're going to go in game. Okay. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll just go into a random map. We'll just go to Forest Edge. So we're gonna go into, and I had to have the bug mode on. So you press the tilt key, and then we're gonna go to Open, and then the name of our map, which is Test. And there you go. Our map has now loaded in HP1. And that, the game is running really fast. Probably should have put DX Story on, but that's okay. So yeah, this basically is how you build a map in HP1. And this is just a small room, so that's what I'm going to start off with for this particular video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned, there's more to come.